Hello viewers, we're continuing our content from EGX 2019. Another game of some interest was Art of Rally, produced by the developer of Absolute Drift. I've been following this for some time, and it's taken a while for it to evolve in development, and I was keen to catch up with the developer June to find out more.
Hey there, I'm Dune Kazu. I'm the developer of the game Art of Rally and also the game Absolute Drift. So basically, this game is about just rallying, and the original inspiration was when I was working on my first game, Absolute Drift. I was just really enamored by rally, and also throughout growing up, I used to play Colin McRae Rally, the Dirt series, and I just love rally in general because you can just slide sideways everywhere, just like drifting. So this game, I guess it's kind of a passion project or love letter to the golden ages of rally. Lots of like Group B, crazy cars, crazy spectators, crazy jumps. And the handling is an evolution of the handling from Absolute Drift. So it's built on the same physics engine, but lots of improvements and a bit more drivability. Okay, so here we are, Group B car. Oh, I haven't driven this for a while.
These are super challenging to drive. I noticed that a lot of the time you're not in full throttle. It's very much a simulation.
For sure, yeah, you have to have good throttle and steering and braking control. And yeah, things go wrong if you don't do the right inputs. And you have to be gentle too. You can't just be very aggressive with inputs all the time. The car will get upset, and you can roll off the road and be upset by the camber, by going on and off the road.
I can see it takes some serious concentration.
For sure.
Now, of course, it's not like rally where there's a co-driver telling you. You're really having to keep an eye on what's actually coming ahead, aren't you?
Yeah, so the top-down view kind of simplifies the game. So I feel the aim is to remove the need for a co-driver since you can see far in front of the car. It does get a little more challenging when you're going extremely fast, but with better stage design, it'll negate that a bit.
I can see you're a man who knows what you're doing here. Some very skillful drifting going on through these corners, and you know, as I say, it's really about balance throttle. Braking distances are in there. Really, you're barely flat out until it's a straight section.
For sure. On some sections, you can just link corners full throttle, but you have to be pretty committed and be pretty comfortable with the car.
A bit of a Scandinavian flick there.
Yeah. And just nice and gentle on this bridge.
How long are the stages? Is this more of an average length?
This is probably an average length. There's like quite a bit. Oh, I messed that up. Most stages are about like 5 or 6 kilometers, but then there's some which are a bit longer. They're like 10 or 12 kilometers. There's a lot of cars. There's about like 6 classes from the 60s, 70s, 80s to Group B, Group S classes and Group A. We have a full original soundtrack made for the game, and there's different locations you can race in too, though. So you can race in Finland, Norway, Japan, Sardinia, and Germany on various surfaces: tarmac, snow, gravel, dirt. So currently the game is planned for a Steam release in 2020, but I'm still trying to figure out if we're going to do a console simultaneously or after.
So June was a great guy, real character, and it was great to see his passion for rally and his passion for driving, for cars. It's almost like a suppressed passion in a way. I could tell how much he was enjoying what he was doing and how important it was to him to get the art of rally right, to get the feel of rally right. And so far looking very good. Obviously we've got a couple of clips of gameplay here, but it doesn't do the game justice, and we don't have the music from the game either, which I found the music was a big part of the experience. And obviously you have different weather conditions and lots of other elements to do with rally in there. It certainly is, you know, an impressive scale if you think about it in terms of everything he's putting into this, and he's taking his time to get the feeling, the look, the feel, the gameplay just right. I think it's going to be interesting to see how it all comes together. I think it's very challenging at this stage. I will say that I know that he's working on it so that the game design means you don't need a co-driver, but I do feel that sometimes as an assist or a guide, some arrows of what's coming up ahead could be helpful for beginners, because it is occasionally when you have undulation and you have an odd angle to view that bit of road, There could be, for example, the track could fall away from you. You'll get some understeer in that corner. So you need to know what you're going to be facing, especially with the different conditions. But either way, it's coming along, it's looking good, and we'll check this out when it's released in 2020. And wishing June the well in terms of the amount of work he's still got to do on it. I know he's going to make it as perfect as he can, and I hope he can bring all the pieces together. But that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon. Thanks for watching today, viewers. I hope you enjoyed the video, and do like and subscribe. It supports what we do. You can go to the website directly above me here, or check out a couple of other videos on the channel. Perhaps things you're interested in terms of racing games, whether it be new or retro. It's all there. Check them out.